everybody. Good morning. Now listen, we are all excited by now. You definitely know that the 2022 Nobel Laureate Festival is well on its way. And right now, of course, we had to hear from the youth because the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, and of course, rightfully named after one of our Nobel laureates, is also known to have a really great calendar of events. One of these things to look forward to is taking place on the 28th of this month at the Cultural Center, and that is the WORRRD Up Poetry Slam. So this is going to be exciting, and we know how the arts comes into play, especially when we think about our Nobel laureates. And overall, the theme usually every year starts off with celebrating excellence. So, this is what it's all about. I have two participants here with us, so I'm quite excited. We have Jade and we have John, and this totally was not planned, but we are really excited to have them here, and I know they cannot wait to share their talents along with some of their fellow students over at the college as well. So first of all, guys, how are you guys feeling today?
I'm good.
Good stuff. How about you, John?
I'm fine.
Super. Now, I think first of all, the question on our mind is, let's just backtrack a little bit just to give people a better understanding exactly what the WORRRD Up Poetry Slam is all about, because I know back in November was when this story really started, and how amazing is it that it's actually going to have the finals during the festival. So I think that's awesome. So let's kind of backtrack and let people understand exactly what it's all about and how it started.
Okay, so the WORRRD Up Poetry Slam is an annual event, and it's been taking place since I think it was 2010 or thereabouts. But then I think they lost the library, and in around 2015, so they could not have the Poetry Slam anymore because it used to take place in that theater. So this year they decided to bring it back on a virtual standpoint. And what happened was around September, flyers started going out. Some of us were not really interested. We didn't know what was going on. And for me personally, my friends told me, no, you should go up. And I decided to go up, and it was really a opening experience, an eye-opening experience. It brought out many different talents with our coaching as well. The detail, affection to detail by the coaches and by the librarians as well, the staff of the library.
Right.
So on the 16th and on the 23rd, what happened was that we filmed the first round.
Right, that was
back in November.
Right.
So we filmed those two rounds, the first round, in 8 groups of 8 and 8. And then we aired them on the 26th and on the 3rd of December. And on the 3rd of December, the 8 finalists were announced.
Nice.
So out of 16, there were actually 8 boys and 8 girls. And out of 8, there are now 4 male finalists and 4 female finalists.
Oh, wow.
Totally not planned.
Okay, I was going to ask that too. Well, I'm loving this, and it shows that our talent is definitely not limited to gender. So I'm quite excited to see this. And even, with this journey starting from November, I'm certain that you guys are all excited because this is officially being celebrated during this year's festival. Again, the finals, the grand finale. So, John, how's everybody feeling out of the finalists? That this is a major deal for you guys, and also to be part of the festivities for a festival like this, which means so much to us here in St. Lucia. What's the feel like from the finalists right now?
It's a little bit of nervousness and excitement.
I can imagine.
Yes, especially as we are about to perform again, we must tighten a lot of our performances. Really come home, hit it home, come strong.
Yeah. No pressure that it's, part of the Nobel Laureates Festival.
Yes, but more or less just have fun, enjoy ourselves, display our talents and all of that.
Right.
And that is really the point of poetry, just performing, having fun, and bringing a message across.
I love that. Now, what do you love about poetry, and how did you get into it?
I got into it when I attended St. Mary's College. I did literature, and I really love how you can bring so many meanings across through words, and it touches people, and it remains relevant today, especially as we have poets, especially Derek Walcott, engaging in political commentary. So it keeps us on the straight and narrow, more or less.
Nice. And
Yes.
sort of a guide or a direction where you want to go.
Yes.
Nice. Well, let me ask you as well, Jade. What do you love about poetry, and how did you discover it, or how did it find you?
Well, poetry for me is like an expression of words on paper and through the air, because poetry is performed as well. Actually, my brother went to St. Mary's and he got into poetry and he was really good at it. And I really enjoyed listening to him. I tried to idolize myself, like to meet his standard.
Nice.
And I got into poetry very young, writing very small poems with him, critiquing me. And then I grew up into it in a sense. I took a break. And then around St. Mary's College, maybe Form 4, Form 5, I started getting back into it again.
Nice.
And then now it has culminated into performance poetry.
Great. And how do you feel about being part of this year's, celebrations? Because the event that you all are putting on is also part of what's helping us to enjoy and celebrate the festival this year.
I really enjoy it because as a part of St. Mary's College, there's also the literary night. So it's like transcending from literary night to now performing on probably even a bigger stage at the South Louis. A step up in different aspects. Before it maybe have been a play, a skit, a song. But now it's our very own poetry and what we want to do.
And this is now on a national level. So I think that is absolutely amazing. And I would like you, John, so we're going to bring people up to speed. At the start, we did let them know it's happening on the 28th at the National Cultural Center. So just let them know what time it kicks off, what we can expect, and of course, all the ways and forms that we can ensure that we're tuned in on the 28th.
You could watch it on YouTube at the college's YouTube page. You could watch it on Facebook. It will be live streamed. It goes from 3 to 5. And just enjoy the performance. Yeah.
And what can people expect? Is there anything that we need to be looking out for, or any reason that they should not miss it?
You really shouldn't miss it. It's the young people coming and showcasing their talent and all of that. And yes, it promotes creativity, individualism. It brings us together as a nation, as we are proud of the 2 Nobel laureates that we have produced.
So true. And we've had the organizers on here. It's all about celebrating excellence, and that isn't limited to your age, to your gender. So listen, we're in for an amazing show. So it is the WORRRD Up Poetry Slam again, happening on the 28th. What time do we kick off?
From 3.
Okay, so from 3 p.m. and the various forms which you can check it out. So do not miss it. And again, let's support our youth. These are our very own, the future poets of St. Lucia. And it's right in the middle of our festival. So more reason for us to celebrate the excellence that is all around us. So we look forward to seeing you guys then. Bye. St. Lucia, good morning to you. I don't know if you could hear a little bit of our folk music happening outside, but we're here over at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, where it is still part of our celebrations and festivities for the Nobel Laureate Festival 2022. And right now we are here for the open house of the Derek Walcott Library. So I'm really excited because we have Kathy here, who's actually the librarian for the Hunter J. Fussell Library. And she's going to be giving us a grand tour, not to mention helping us catch up and be up to date with everything that we need to know that's been happening. So Kathy, it is an exciting moment, feels very festive from outside. So how are you guys doing today?
So today we are celebrating the opening of the space that houses Derek Walcott's personal home library. And so what you see here, we are proud to call the Sir Derek Walcott Library. It contains the books of Sir Derek Walcott, books authored by him, as well as books gifted to him and written on and about him by others.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, his wife Sigrid actually donated some of the books as well, some of his works, right?
Yes, actually in 2020, during one of our Nobel Laureate Festival activities, Miss Nama, in a symbolic handing over, donated us with the personal book collection of Sir Derek. And so from 2020 to this time, we have been receiving parts of the collection, and the library staff have been processing the material, and our staff at the college, maintenance and carpentry unit, have been preparing the physical space to receive the books.
Absolutely. So, here we are today, and I think this is exciting that the open house can also obviously take place here. Not to mention that there's a home for Sir Derek right here at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. So I feel like there's representation for both of our laureates right now and right here. Now, I know a lot of people maybe at home might be wondering, well, what has happened to the Hunter J. Fussell Library? And I know we're here to educate and let people know that he has not been forgotten, and neither has this been cast aside.
Absolutely not, Sheila. The Hunter J. Faswa Library is the academic library that serves the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, right? So the students, staff, faculty of the college, we have continued to provide a service and to provide our users with the information that they need in the pursuit of their studies and their programs at the college. However, you will note, and I think most people know and understand, that the building is out of commission, right? But I am hoping that we can begin and advocate and promote, right? That something be done to renovate, refurbish, and take after that building and get the building back. So again, the establishment of the Derek Walcott Library signifies the importance and the value of libraries, right? So all attention should shift, I hope, to the Hunter J. Faswa Library building, and hopefully something will be done. But Hunter J. Faswa Library, let me just put on record, is still here. It is the academic library serving the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. And we have continued to provide a service to our users. It's just that it's more or less digital and online now.
We see keeping up with the times still, so now we are in the know. This is what we are here to do and what we aim to do at DBS this morning. So Kathy, I think the viewers are ready for a grand tour. So I don't know where we're going to start off, but I'm quite excited that we can show them around.
Right. So what you see behind us, Sheila, are fully processed books that we have received from Sir Derek's collection. And by fully processed, I mean that there are various stages that a book goes through before it reaches the shelf. So the indexing, the accessioning, cataloging, and then the data entry stage. So this section of the library contains the fully processed books that are now accessible to our users through our database.
Super. Now, of course, I know just around the corner, we also have books authored by Sir Derek himself. If you want to tell us a little bit about that section.
Right. So that particular section of the library contains books authored by Sir Derek, written in English and in 4 other languages. And those books will also be accessible, and persons can browse the database to find titles that are contained in our library that Sir Derek has authored.
Now, St. Lucia, the tour doesn't stop just here, because there's another section, and that's upstairs. So, Kathy, I'd love for you to tell us about that.
Sure. So the library, there are 2 floors located in the Derek Walcott Library. The first floor is the reading room space, and you can see that the room is fully outfitted with shelves, wall-to-wall shelving. Upstairs is like a loft setting, an easier setting. It's not complete, and we'll also be working on outfitting it with shelving and with furniture and decor items and so on. But users, again, are welcome to come upstairs to sit, enjoy Sir Derek's books, read his material and the like.
And a little bit more of an intimate setting, because when we walked in, I was like, wow, this is cozy, until, we know upstairs is a work in progress at the moment, but we can see the vision. I was like, oh, that's just a whole other level. Right. It's so inviting to encourage somebody to come and read or pick up the material. Yes,
we wanted to create you say downstairs is comfortable, but upstairs is cozy comfortable. Right. I mean, the soft chairs, the soft lights, the chandelier setting, Sheila, it really sets the mood, and it would encourage you to pick up one of Sir Derek's books and literally sit and stay with us and enjoy his material.
Great. Yeah, it's absolutely, to me, feels just quite inviting. Now, another highlight, and this is kind of where we're going to be wrapping up, because, we're going to leave you with a tease so that you can check it out for yourself, make some time, use the resources. And speaking of resources, very exciting news about the portal, and I'll let Kathy take that one away too.
Right. So it is a remarkable thing, this portal. The Nobel Laureate portal provides what I like to describe as a one-stop information search experience for anyone looking for information on any of our Nobel laureates, Sir Arthur Lewis or Sir Derek Walcott. So the Hunter J. Faswa Library has placed in this virtual space any and everything that you can possibly find written on and about our laureates.
Lovely. Now, with this, I think this is a perfect way to end because it's still now showing the synergy because the Hunter J. Faswell Library is existing in a digital platform, and I think quite fitting for the era that we're in. And here we have it still lending support and creating within that space a home digitally again with resource material through the portal for both of our laureates. So again, dispelling any myths that people are thinking that is gone and forgotten, but it's clearly a synergy and working together. And this is truly an exciting moment, and even in this era, because to have things digital now too, we have no excuses. So we need to get on there, we need to experience it. And quite often you'd hear people saying loosely, we don't know enough about our laureates, so where do we get information? So now we have no excuses. So Kathy, I think the only thing we're missing to share now would be, I guess, the address or website address so persons know how they can access all the digital portals or information.
Right. So you could visit the Sir Arthur Lewis's website, and on the landing page, you visit the library webpage, and right there on the drop-down button in the drop-down window, you would have access to the library's databases. You will see the Sir Arthur Lewis portal and the Sir Derek Walcott portal. And you just click and you enter and you're right there.
See, it is as easy as that. So, St. Lucia, you are officially in the know. It's exciting news. So, the Derek Walcott Library is here physically, and there is an extension to that to access information virtually as well. So, make sure you go check out the school, not the school library, but check out the school website so you get access to the library. And that way, we can definitely educate ourselves more. If you don't know enough about our laureates, there's no excuses now. It has been put in a way that is easy for all of us to access. So let us continue celebrating the excellence. And Kathy, thank you so much for just keeping us up to speed and of course in the know. So I hope you guys have a great day, and obviously we look forward to hear everything else that's to come.
Thank you, Chayla. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. So St. Lucia, we'll see you soon. Bye.